Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with another video. We got a 4runner here. Please like, share, subscribe. It really helps me out. The algorithm is killing me right now. So please just hit like. Even if you hate me, please. Step 1, pop yo hood. Here's the part number for the power steering pump. 5632. I picked this one up at AutoZone. For reference, the belt goes over the AC all by itself. One piece goes over the fan here. One piece goes over the idler. Then it wraps down, goes over the power steering. From the power steering underneath the bottom idler, then up and over the tensioner. Then it goes from the belt where it was going over, then down and under the crank pulley, and then up to the tensioner. I'm sure there's a diagram online you could find if that was too confusing, but there isn't really a lot of space for me to show you. So just Google a picture, I guess. Take the passenger side front tire off to make your life a lot easier so you can get into the nooks and crannies. I'm going to take this cover off here. Just use a panel popper. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that'll come out. To make my life easier, we're going to move this piece of the air tube out of the way, and we're going to move this coolant overflow. This has two 10 millimeters, one on each side to get to the cover. And then down here, you have a clamp. You undo the clamp there, undo the clamp here, and then just squeeze this with your fingers. Pull this vacuum line off, and this will come out of the way. We have this one over here as well. So this one, I can almost do with my fingers. I'm gonna use pliers though. Pull this one off. There's a wiring harness attached. So just set it out of the way like that. I have pretty decent access. Now we got two 10 millimeters here, one up here, and another one down here. So there's 1, 2, 3 10 millimeters. I hold this guy on. You're going to need a 14 millimeter. You put it on that tensioner. Grab another one. Do the little hooky deal. Pull this up. And that releases the pressure on the tensioner. And now we can go over here and remove the belt. And then slowly let this back down without smashing your fingers. Use a 17 millimeter to pull off the banjo fitting bolt. Put a drip pan under the truck to catch the power steering fluid. Disconnect this power steering line with a 12 millimeter. There's just one bolt and then an O-ring. And just wiggle it until it comes out and let the fluid drain into your drain pan. To get the power steering pump loose, you need a 14 millimeter and you need to rotate the pulley so the socket lines up with the stud and bolt. Once you get the third bolt out, the power steering pump will then just fall out. And you can pull it through either up or through the gap down in here, which is where I'm going to pull it out right now. Pull it out of here. To be honest, if you're doing this job, you might as well just swap your alternator too, because you got to take the power steering pump out of the way to easily access the alternator. So might as well just spend the money and do it. Swap the pulley onto the new pump. Then you're going to take your E8. You're going to put that top stud back in.
Dang, the close at the door.
You're going to take an E8, which is a reverse Torx, and you're going to put that stud in the top hole, torque it down. Then we're going to slide the pump over that one, and then thread in by hand these two other ones. See that one on the right and the bottom? I'm going to put all three of them in. Then we're going to torque all three of them down once all three are started. The new pump comes with copper washers. Make sure you have one on top and on the bottom of this guy when you put it in. This hose is just 5/8 hose. They don't sell it unless you go to the dealer. But if you put the bottom on and then twist it, it makes its own little bend here, and then it doesn't kink up, and then you can put a clamp on the top and bottom. Got a new clamp there for that new one because I had to put this new hose. It was leaking pretty bad too. So all these hoses over here and the pump that was leaking, everything should be good now. You're going to fill this with ATF. Dextron, ATF. Don't fill this with power steering fluid. Don't do that. At this point, everything else is just putting it back together. All the simple stuff. I'm sure you can handle it if you got this far in the video. Just bolt that all back up. You're going to want to start it, turn it all the way left, turn it all the way right, lock to lock like 10 times. Shouldn't make any whiny noise by the time all the air bubbles are out. Then you want to check this and make sure it's still pretty much at the max line. And that's all there is to it. So like, share, subscribe. Till next time, wrench on.